everybody, thanks again for another great class. We just finished class number 4, and that means it's time to up your practice. With the end of our program coming up, we have a lot to learn and a lot more work to do. Okay, so let's warm up with our A major scale. Here we go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Okay, so we're always trying to expand our knowledge. Now we're going to transpose that scale, bringing it up to the key of B. And that means that we're going to play the exact same thing, only up 2 frets, 1 whole step. Okay, so here we go. 7th fret, middle finger, count it off. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 1. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Okay, once more, now we're going down to G major scale. That will be 3rd fret. Again, transposing the scale to another key. Okay, 3rd fret, middle finger, counting off. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Alright, so we also reviewed our 50s progression. That was G, E minor, C major, and D major. One of the things that we did to expand upon our knowledge of those chords is we added the D dominant 7th to that notation. To review that chord, we're basically going to take our center fingers here, numbers 2 and 3. The middle finger goes to the 2nd fret of our G string. That's an A note. Our 3rd finger goes to the 2nd fret of our high E string. That's an F sharp. Next, our index finger plays a C note, 1st fret B string. We strum from our D string down and play. That is D dominant 7th. One more time. Should sound just like that. Alright, so let's throw that chord into the context of the 50s progression. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. Here it comes. One more time. Okay, and remember, we still have the exact same variations on the D7 that we had on our D major. We can take our pinky from the D7 and add it to the 3rd fret. And we can also take the 3rd finger off for some added color and interest in our playing. Okay, so the main focus of session number 4 was to take our 50s progression in the key of G and play it in the key of A. In order to do this, we need to know what numbers are associated with each chord of that progression. The G, we call that number 1. Next we went to E minor, which is 6 notes up from G, our root chord. Next we went to C, which is 4 notes up. We can test that with our major scale. C note, 3rd fret, A string. That is 4 notes up in the major scale from G, our root. So we call that the 4. Next, we had D, which is 5 notes up from G, our root chord. So they call that progression 1, 6, 4, and 5. So now we're going to play it in the key of A. In order to do that, we're going to need to learn our first bar chord. So let's start off with the progression. Meantime, we're going to demonstrate. We have A major, F sharp minor, D major, and E major. Okay, so let's teach you how to play this F sharp minor chord. We're taking our 1st finger and we're laying it over top of the G, B, and high E string. To bar something means to hold down more than one string with that same finger. So we're playing 2nd fret, G, B, and high E with our first finger. Okay, now our 3rd finger goes to the 4th fret of our D string. And that is an F sharp minor chord. Remember, bar chords are movable shapes, which means you can take them and move them all over the neck for every single minor shape. In this case, we only need one, F sharp minor. Now, always keep in mind, the low note is the root. That is an F sharp note. Whatever note you're playing with that 3rd finger is going to be the name of the chord. Okay, so in context we have A major, F sharp minor, D major, and E major. Very good. Okay, so now me and Tom are going to play this progression for you, but we're going to do it with a little bit of style. I'm going to play my A major just to kind of show you what I mean. I'm going to use my percussive hit in order to get a more danceable feel to my music. Let's try that again. To make that into a very well-known song like Stand By Me, you're going to have that iconic bass line to back it up. So Tom's going to allow to add that to our rhythm. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Alright, thanks again for another great class. We have session number 5 coming up. I'll see you guys at 11 a.m. at the Arch Street Meeting House this coming Saturday.